You know Iceberg is Jewish? You can tell by the name. Alright, now we're going to get our first glimpse of the fireball melting ice. That's what's going to help us beat today's level. He kind of falls off there like a Dumbo, but he picks himself back up in short order, and he walks along and he melts the ice for us, which is the only thing really that gets us out of that little jam. So we're going to walk up this way. He walks off the screen. Now we're going to let these guys out. I'm going to shut it so that it only lets one through. And I think we're supposed to leave that. Okay, yeah. We're going to let him walk around. He's going to melt the ice. And when we turn that switch, that's going to open the door down there. And that's what gets us out of this level here. And for some reason there was still ice, so the thing didn't shut all the way, which I guess is a little more convenient. If I can make this work for me. Yeah! Got down there without even rolling and letting go of the key. Very nice. Okay then. Oh yes, here is yet another example of what an awesome guy Mario is. These platforms are not moving. We have to find the switch that activates them. So we're just going to take a dip in, you know, freezing Arctic Sub-Zero water. It ain't no thing. You want to avoid the octopus, though. He can't kill you, but he is a nuisance, because if he grabs onto your head, you are immobilized temporarily. You can't swim, you can't do anything, you can't gain any height. He just latches onto your head for a minute, which would probably be more threatening, you know, if you had limited breath underwater, but you don't, because you're Mario. You are apparently the world's greatest Olympiad. So really, it's just more of a bother than anything. I don't like the way you're coming at me all open tusked, Walrus. You die now. You go to hell and you die. And we have less than 100 seconds to beat this level now. Hopefully, we can exercise patience. You'll notice you have to jump because the ice blocks sink under your weight. So there is that to consider also. 7-3, back up out of the water now, which thankfully that's kind of a relief. Now this is our first hidden door. There are going to be a few of them around here. You have to really pay attention to where Pauline was screaming from. It's a little easier with these sound hints that normally come with the game, but for some reason those aren't working for me. So we're just going to pop open this little switch right here. And this is easy. You just bring the key around, and if you paid attention to where she was screaming, it was down there in the lower right corner. So we're just going to walk from walrus to walrus and find that hidden door right there by the spring. Right there by the hat, rather. It's closer to the hat than anything if we're going to be using landmarks. Oh yeah, this one is a bother sometimes because you've got the faceless thwomp blocks. But we have to use them as well. We have to get close enough to them. We have to make this one come down. And then we're going to ride it back up so that it can't do us any harm. Sometimes I screw that one up a lot, but it proved fairly easy that time. But you just have to lure the blocks out of their hiding places in order to use them to your advantage. It's not terribly difficult or anything, but sometimes I screw... Ooh, a record! Nice! Don't see too many of those anymore. But are we really through... Okay, yeah, we're just through 4 levels. Okay, I was going to say, are we really through 8 levels of the Iceberg in 4 minutes? But I think I have an accelerated sense of what's going on. And as you can see there, these are some fairly undetailed ice blocks, actually. I think we wandered into Tetris Land from Iceberg. Oh well. But yeah, as you can see... Wow, I'm getting way off track. As you can see from the little video there, you can walk on icicles that fall, and you can use them as little platforms, and we're going to be doing that a lot in the levels to come, particularly in this first one, I believe, which is just a single screen round-the-clock type level. We're going to use these, and they do regenerate, so if they fade away after a little bit, so you can see, but they grow back, so wow, that... How did I end up going down? You very rarely send yourself vaulting down when you go at top speed like that. But here is the, I guess, kind of tricky part. We're just going to jump from one to the next, using them as platforms before the one we're standing on disappears. And this one will sink under our weight, so we just float down to an easy exit. But Mario's tough. He was whimpering when he hit that Walrus right on the head. Walrus is tough too. He didn't even flinch. But even though Mario whimpered, he got up and he kept going. Okay, here is like the apex of the whole. This is like the apex of the whole. Use the fireball guys to melt these things. Okay, yeah, they should melt enough now that. Oh crap! I don't want that guy falling right on my head. But now we have enough of the blocks cleared out that we can use the platform to go up. Just stand on the left side so we don't get squeezed out. Holy crap. Alright. And now we're going to set up temporary roads here. We're going to set up at least 2 of them. Although I'm not sure where I should do this. We're going to set the first one up in the middle. Okay, and then we're going to set the next one up on the... Okay, you know what? This was a bad idea. Let's just go ahead and set that up right there. But you want them to walk along the road so that they melt the ice around the exit now, too. This is a 2-part level. Alright, where is the other guy coming from? Which direction is he? I can't remember where he went, so I'm going to set the road over here and probably fail miserably. Yup. Ah, crap. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Okay, yeah, we should be able to get in now, though. At least a little bit. Okay, yeah, we should be able to get in from underneath. So if I hurry up... Oh, wow, I can't believe you gave me credit for that. I thought I would die during the thing somehow, going off the bottom of the screen. Oh, that was wonderful. Oh, I love it when things like that get committed to camera. Okay, here's another round-the-clock level, but this one is slightly more complicated. We're going to dip into the water, and we're going to use our key. I don't think... Okay, cool, yeah, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and just swim back to the beginning then, because that piranha was really bothering me. But we're going to use the key to kill enemies, take them out as we go along, but we're also going to have to set up a series of temporary roads and ladders just to get our exit going here. Ah, crap. There we go. Knock out both of them. And we're not going to take the key with us, actually. I thought we were, but I was misremembering. Our first step is going to be to set up the roads that we need. And we're going to set the first one right under the exit there, which means we need to get cooking to get to the next one, which is right here. Okay, I'm going to set that right there. Go up past Mr. Shooting Fire and Squid Dude. And now the last one right here. You don't want to waste that ladder on that 1-up. You should have 99 1-ups by this point in the game. But our temporary road is saved for us, and there we go. We got out with a good over 200 seconds left. Not too shabby. And now on to 7-8. We were on 7-7 and now we're 7-8, because 7-8-9 or something. Oh yes. Stay on the ice flows, but also keep jumping. Not only to keep the ice flows above water, but to keep yourself from getting... Because there are conveyor... Because there are conveyor belts right here. There's just a lot of elements at play against you in that level. And I was moving too fast to even explain all of them, but you got Donkey Kong bringing crap down from the sky, making it rain, and not money either. That would be awesome, but he's not Money Kong, he's Donkey Kong, and he makes donkeys and other things rain. Here's another trick you cannot actually do. You cannot stand on the edge like that and like tilt Mario's body. You can only jump to make sure that the things stay afloat. You can't actually tilt your body and make fun little awesome poses like that. I wish you could do... You can already do a lot in this game to kind of break levels, but I wish you could do even more of the things that they show in cutscenes and stuff. I mean, Mario is already pretty much freakishly talented. We're going to go ahead and send this up so that that's a little bit of foresight for getting to the end of the level. And we're going to ride this thing down, which is going to get us the purse. And we're going to let this fall. Now, we have to move very quickly here. Okay, Mr. Walrus. Ah, crap. I was going to try to use him as a base for my ladder climbing, but I hesitated and I was punished for it. Duly punished. Okay, let's try this again. But my earlier points remain valid. We do want to pull this switch so that it's going up, which is going to help us get to the end of the level. And we still want to ride this down, unless you want to be like an athlete or something. You can walk and you can roll, roll. Okay, I was about to roll into the spikes there, so it's a very good thing I didn't, actually. Okay, that's what I wanted to do the first time. Now we're going to jump across those. And we're going to climb up there so that we can pull that switch to get the key. And now from here it's pretty much just avoiding nasty rabid walruses. Come here. Come here. Come get me. Come get me. Well, I wasn't looking for the far dude to get me, but whatever. Oh, accidental bonus level. Which one are we going to get today? Out of my face. Ah, crap. Thought I got myself stuck there for a minute, but Mario is very agile. He can jump on the edges of things. It's not too bad. Ah, I killed you from behind. You didn't really do anything to deserve it, but whatever. We're going to get the slot machine for our accidental bonus game. Hopefully we can get at least one extra life out of the deal. And I'm just going to blow through it without even thinking. There we go. Oh, if I had arranged those elements differently, we would have gotten a random amount of lives. Which sometimes is 99 lives, sometimes is 50. I think it's a random amount of lives that the Donkey Kong Parasol Mario combination gives you. Now for a little bit of trickier platforming with these falling icicles. And we're also going to use them as the base for ladder climbing, which is a lot of fun. I wish I could look, well, I was going to say I wish I could look up and see where that thing is going to regenerate, but I don't guess it really matters because jumping is just as good a form of looking up as anything else. Now here's the tricky part. Not necessarily hard, just tricky. You gotta jump and use the icicle as a base while it's falling to get up the ladder. Like I'm even gonna bother with any of those over there. No, thank you. And now the penultimate level of the Iceberg. Another hidden one and lots of temporary stuff to set up. What have we got going here? Well, first of all, we're going to need a... Well, I was going to say we're going to need to ladder our way down there, but we've got the ones that fall, so it's all good. We're going to set up this one as well. Just set it anywhere because we don't really need that one. And we're going to open this up and be sure to watch out for the really super fast walking fireball now. And we're just going to set that any old place. I'm just going to set it right there. Because I should get back in time to use the other ones. That one is completely useless to us, the little individual block. Now for this, we want to set it right here. If you set it in the wrong place, you remember the door is hidden. If you set it in the wrong place, it'll hit the door, and you won't be able to use the door. So you want to set it at the bottom of the second block to the far right. That's your guideline right there. And use the ladder so that we want to put that somewhere over here. So that we can climb up, we want to use this to get this launched up here. And we're running out of time, but we can do it. It's not difficult, it's like the desert level with all of those things, but with a hidden door. And a really fast fireball walking around to annoy you. And now it's barrel crushing time. Crushing a barrel on his head. And we have the icicles to help us up as platforms if we so need it. But I don't think we will. You just have to watch out for them falling is really all. Now if you'll excuse me, before I was so rudely interrupted, I was throwing a barrel down the middle. But this is one of those easy ones where you can use basically the first 3 barrels to get the job done. See, maybe if he had just rolled them at the start, it would have been a little harder because they would have just rolled off the way and we would have had to handstand deflect them to get to use them or something. But he made it easy on us. That way we can beat the level really quickly, get 7 1-ups that we don't need, and make our way to the longest world in the game, the Rocky Valley. Ice blocks do not work that way! Good night! But you can see the tower looming ever closer in the distance. I like the cloud that wraps around it. That's a neat little touch right there. But we are done with the Iceberg, and so we're going to move on from the 12 levels of the Iceberg to the 16 of the Rocky Valley. It's easily going to take us the longest of all the worlds just by sheer brute force of how many levels there are. But we are going to tackle all of them tomorrow because, you know, we can do that. We're awesome like that. We have all the time in the world that we need, and we're going to take it. So we're going to start from square one tomorrow, square 8-1, and we're going to make our way all the way up to that tower, which looms ever closer.